Assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters, it's your boy Gucci. You don't know what time it is. Anyways, so I wanted to put a video up quickly because a lot of people said to me recently, Gucci, you were in Dubai and like, you know, what happened and like the real estate market and everything. Look guys, having 22 years of experience in the real estate market, I'm going to explain something, right? There was a recession in 2008, 2009, and you know, the market went sideways or it went down the drain or whatever. The problem is the 2008 and 2009 recession was a completely different sort of recession. It wasn't like the recession now, because in 2008, 2009 we knew, okay, you know, everything's going down, property prices, this, that, whatever, what, no, everything's going down. But unfortunately, what we are dealing with right now is uncertainty. And those recessions never came when the market was still going, things were still moving, there was always movement in that market. But unfortunately the market now, there's no movement. So what happens with something when there's no movement? It comes to a standstill. What happens to something? It's like a plane's flying, right? And if the plane comes to a standstill, what's going to happen? The plane's going to fall down. So this is exactly what's happening with businesses and business owners out there. And everybody asked for my personal opinion that would you still play with real estate? Would you do this? Still, guys, I don't keep my fingers in one pie, right? Obviously, real estate is my passion. I love real estate and blah de blah de blah de blah de blah. But at the same time, being a very experienced businessman, I would also suggest to people that I would go for something which is more stable and more concrete. So, you know, real estate is more of a, you know, commission-based business, and you know, you make a basic, but a lot of times in Dubai and countries like that, you don't even have a basic, so you're on commission only. So what I would advise everybody is personally, there's only so much you can do, guys. And you know, obviously a lot of company owners and company directors and a lot of people are going to try to, you know, keep their team, their force together, because you know, at the end of the day, these people are definitely in a better position than yourselves. But unfortunately, you don't need to, going through such a hard time at the moment, and then on top of it, people telling you to continue to work in this industry are just selling you a dream. They are wasting your time. This goes for mortgage brokers, people who are solicitors who are doing conveyancing. This goes for people who are doing the sales, people who are doing leasing or lettings or anything. Guys, the market has come to a standstill. And even when the corona is over and when the lockdowns are over and even when all of these things are happening, unfortunately, it's going to take minimum 2 to 3 years for the market to get some sort of movement and for people to start having faith in buying and selling and doing all of these things. You know, already the property prices have come down quite a bit in the Dubai market. So not a lot of people want to buy, and with Corona coming, they're probably going to go further down. So by the time the price is stabilized and by the time all of these things happen, do you really want to be on that boat that's sinking? So you need to ask yourself a simple question that, you know what, maybe if there's something, if you're not sure about the property market, if you're not sure about what you're doing, or if you're not sure about where do I go from here, guys, find a different way of making money. And if you cannot find a different way of making money, then unfortunately, if you're in a job which is commission based and you're only going to make money through commission, you are absolutely wasting your time. Take it from somebody. I'm sorry, this is going to sound very negative for some people, and they're going to say, you know what, why is Gucci saying this and everything? Gucci's speaking reality, and in 6 months time I'm going to still be here, a year's time I'm going to still be away, and I'm going to say the same thing to everybody, and everybody's going to say, you know what, Gucci said that, but you would not have wasted 6 months or a year of your time. What I would suggest is for people who are in this sort of situation, number one, we're going through very stressful times. You don't need to be sitting over there listening to people's bullshit, listening to people's motivations, listening to people, times are going to change, things are going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Guys, the one thing you can do is get your mindset right, which means don't take extra pressure and all this stress from companies when they're telling you do this, do that, do this, do that, you're going to make a sale, you're going to do. Guys, one thing I tell you, people who are investors, people who are buyers, people are not stupid. These people already know they're not going to touch this market. Nobody will touch this market. I'm an investor, I wouldn't touch this market because it's very uncertain and you just don't know where we're going to go and what's going to happen. At the moment, people are not interested in investing in stocks and shares. Okay, some people are. Very big companies out there and people who do this professionally will do this. But the bottom line is that the average Joe or the investors or the small to medium sized businesses or individuals, they are not going to be investing right now. They're not going to be buying property, and if they are, then they've got some money that they need to get rid of that is not legitimate. That's the way I see it. But bottom line is, as I've said to everybody, if you're in a situation where you don't think that, you know what, I'm not, guys, we can't turn around and say that after Corona is over, within months everything's going to go back. We're going to go into a very deep recession, and what's going to happen is that in this deep recession, all these businesses and these people who put millions of pounds, millions of dirhams, millions of rupees, millions of dollars, millions of euros into big companies, and they had a massive workforce and they had a lot of people working for them, unfortunately these people are going to go down the drain. It is what it is, because look, the bigger the plane is, the harder it's going to fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So the bottom line is, guys, all I'm going to say, if you're in a good situation, you have savings, you have everything, but the biggest thing you need to save, in my opinion, is your mind. So don't sit over there, take this extra pressure unless you're getting paid a guaranteed sum at the end of the month. So if you're not getting a salary, don't sit over there thinking people are going to invest. Don't sit over there. This time would be a good time to invest in a new career path, in a new in a new idea, and maybe start a business from home, or maybe start something new, or find a niche in the market that might make you do something and utilize the effect or whatever Corona has on the economy. There's certain things out there that you possibly might be able to do, but at this particular point, from a business perspective, unfortunately, a lot of people have invested millions and millions over the years, and what's going to happen to them now is all of this talk and all of this whatever, and all this positivity is lovely, but there's only so much you can do with positivity. So the bottom line is, a lot of people out there don't realize that, you know what, I'm going to be sitting in the ship while it's sinking. Guys, let me explain something to you right now. Once you let something go, then you open a door to do something new. But if you stay in the same situation and you think, do you know what, I'm going to make this work, okay, I've got nothing going on at the moment, I'm going to stay in this situation, but you're constantly being pressured and polluted, and your minds keep like, do this, we need to do this, we need to do that, whatever. Guys, what will happen then is you won't open any new doors. Anyways, peace, holla at your boy. You don't know what time it is, and all I'm going to say is something right now. It's simple. For all the people out there who have no ethics and no morals, and who run businesses and treat people like insects or like cattle, enjoy your time. It's coming. Peace. Holla at your boy. You don't know what time it is. It's your boy.